What's going on, pranksters? In this video we're gonna go back a couple years ago so I can show you how I built and gifted my friend Faydle his very own gaming setup in a much more simplified version. Now guys, as far as the giveaway for this video, if this video gets 1,000 likes, I will give away a box of snacks to someone from the comments. If this video gets 10,000 likes, I will give away a brand new gaming chair, and at 20,000 likes, the winner will get a PlayStation 5. And to participate, all you gotta do is like this video and leave a comment below telling me which is your favorite game console and why. Best of luck guys, now let's get this video rolling. Alright pranksters, well there was a time when I had access to Sin Faydle's house while he was away, and I found what I could only assume was his man cave. It was quite small but pretty much had everything a guy needs. A futon to sit on and relax, a TV and Xbox for entertainment, and next to that there was a desk with a computer on top. So yeah, it was all fine and dandy, but honestly I thought that it could use a huge makeover ASAP. So I went home and worked my magic, and within a few days I was able to gather everything that I needed to set up Sin Faydle with a brand new gaming and editing station. I always work best starting from scratch, and I needed a blank canvas, so I began to remove everything from the room, which included the futon, and that thing gave me hell when it came to getting it out of the room, but once I was out, getting rid of everything else was a piece of cake. The only item that I would be bringing back is Sin Faydle's Mac. This beauty goes for about 1,500 bucks, so after all is said and done, Sin Faydle's new gaming setup will be valued at about $3,500. Alright guys, at this point the room was completely empty and I can begin setting up. Well, not so fast. You see guys, the walls in this room were super filthy and there was no way that I could build anything in there before a proper paint job. So indeed I had to get a few cans of paint. The color I went with was blue-gray sky. Since this room was very small, it didn't take me a lot of work or a lot of time to finish it, and while the paint dried up, I went outside to get rid of some trash. And here is the painted room guys, no more dirty walls. Excluding the Mac, here is everything we will be using to put together Sin Faydle's new gaming station. When it comes to building these setups, I always start with the hardest, most time consuming items first, so of course the desk would be the first to be built. This right here is the GT Racing GTZ03 gaming desk. You can get this for $150. So let's open it up, and the process is always the same. I love how everything was nicely packed and wrapped, especially the tabletop, which by the way has a carbon fiber surface. Sure, at first the desk looked like it would be hard to put together, but once I took everything out and organized the components, sure enough, after a few minutes I was able to erect this desk. Once I had the actual structure of the desk built, on the back I positioned the riser in the middle, but it's adjustable to where you can slide it from one end to the other. To cap things off and brand the desk, I placed 2 strips of gaming stickers, one on each end of the desk right on the legs. We are now done with this, so we can move on. The next item on my list of hard things to put together was this chair, and what I have inside this box is a GT Racing gaming chair from their A series. By the way guys, I did go with the ash gray color and black trim for this chair. Also, if you notice, the theme for this chair is Flash, as you can see right here. And again guys, it's the same old process, just different item. Since all components were accounted for, I began following the instructions on the easy to read manual. Putting this chair together was very simple and easy. I did have the experience after all. It's all about tightening the screws, and actually guys, compared to the last couple GT Racing chairs I've built, this one feels way heavier and much more meaty, so I was eager to see if it was really high-end as advertised. Check it out guys, there's the chair, fully installed. What a beauty. It was actually quite comfortable leaning all the way back, especially when taking a break from long gaming sessions. Actually, this chair is better than I thought it would be, and it only costs $280, so I gotta say it's a really great price. Anyway guys, now that the chair was ready, I moved it out of the way because there was way more work that needed to be done. Since the desk I got Sin Faydle was not gonna be wide enough for all his things, I decided to get a 2-shelf wall mount for $24. This is exactly the same kind that I got for my gaming room. I love that the actual shelves are glass and see-through. Mounting these on wasn't too hard, and these will hang right above the new gaming desk, which by the way guys, I positioned in the exact same spot the old desk was. One thing you guys should know about Sin Faydle is that he loves Rick and Morty, so of course I had to get him a Rick and Morty tapestry. I really like this one because both Rick and Morty are dressed as the Joker and Harley Quinn, so this I hung directly above the desk. Not bad at all for a tapestry that I got for $23, right? Alright, now we could start placing items on top of the new desk, and the first thing that went up was the Mac. And by the way guys, if you noticed, I did slide the riser to the end of the desk just to make more room. This Mac looked amazing on there, but it would not remain alone for long because for $180 plus tax, I bought this Scepter 24-inch gaming monitor. This thing comes fully equipped with the most basic of specs: Full HD, 165Hz of refresh rate, and 1 millisecond response rate. So yeah, very appropriate for any gamers starting out. It was very light and very thin. I attached this stand on it and I placed it on the opposite end of the desk from the Mac. And if you thought that we were done with monitors, think again, because I'm about to unbox a beauty of a monitor for you guys right now. Here is the Auzai 15-inch portable Full HD monitor with speakers. This monitor comes with its own foldable cover. This cover is magnetic, so it can easily be placed on or removed as you wish. Before I placed any more items on top of the desk, I took a moment to admire how those 3 monitors looked on it. I guess that's my style. I never really get matching monitors, but in the end they still look amazing. When I was planning out this setup, I knew that I would have to add color to it because pretty much everything on it is black. So I got on Amazon and I found this Rick and Morty RGB mousepad. For 30 bucks, I knew I had to get it, and sure enough, once unrolled and placed on, it looked great. In the meantime, I had to roll it back up because I had more items to unbox. For example, this Super Mario Toad Mushroom night lamp with sound. I thought that for 15 bucks it was worth it, especially since it lights up when you press down on its head. I decided to place the Toad Mushroom on the very top shelf. Another lamp that I thought would come in handy was this 3D Star Wars Death Star color changing LED lamp. It actually changes colors and you can adjust the settings for it. Of course, you will see this light up and in full effect towards the end of this setup. I also hooked them up with this Blue Yeti microphone, Assassin's Creed edition. I got lucky with this one because it was on sale for $110. This particular microphone I got in black to match the rest of my color scheme, which is pretty much all black. I didn't need the stand that comes with this mic because I bought this Gear desk arm mount for $14. Attaching these together was a very easy task, and now I had to decide where I would clamp on this mic. So I went with the left side of the desk. I did forget that there was a pop filter that came with this arm mount, so I also attached that on and kept the mic tucked in on the side of the desk. I cannot remember when was the last time that I saw the original version of the Xbox One, but this machine was huge and heavy and would easily take a big chunk of the desk. Luckily, I installed a dual shelf on the wall and it was just the perfect size for this ancient Xbox One. And don't get me wrong guys, eventually I did hook up Faydle with his very own Xbox Series X a few weeks after I built this setup. I'm super glad that I thought of everything when it came to this setup, because earlier when I was removing things from this room, I noticed that Faydle's headset was falling apart. The wires were close to snapping. For 60 bucks, I will be replacing those with these Turtle Beach Recon 200 gaming headset. I'll just hang these up on the side of the desk. If there is one thing that Faydle always is admiring about my gaming setup, it's my Elite Series 2 controller, and I don't blame him. This is a must-have Xbox One gaming accessory, so of course I had to get him his very own Elite Series 2 controller. These typically go for 180 bucks, but they are worth every penny, and pretty much everything on it is enhanced. You get a better grip with this. I especially love the fact that I can switch out the magnetic joysticks, so I'll leave this controller on its charging dock underneath the Mac. Just to make things clear, the reason why I'm hooking up my homie is to help him get his streaming career rolling already, so I got him this Elgato Stream Deck as well as the HD 60 Plus capture card. Both are very essential when it comes to streaming. Oh, and his main camera will be this GoPro Hero 7 Black. And yeah guys, if you didn't know, you can use a GoPro as a webcam to stream. I do this all the time in my streams, but a special HDMI audio and video grabber capture card is needed to achieve that. I got this for 120 bucks, but that's an inflated price. They go for much cheaper now. To help keep everything organized and for added lighting, I went ahead and purchased this UB size vlogging ring lighting kit. This box comes with everything a vlogger or gamer needs. For example, here you get an adjustable tripod, which is always an essential part of lighting. Inside the bubble wrap, we have the actual ring light, which also comes with the light settings and mount. In the smaller box, we have a remote, which makes things much more easier when it comes to recording. Also, there is a phone holder that's adjustable, so it's more than capable of holding the GoPro, and of course, we also have the outlet cord. Assembling this was very easy and fast. It's just a matter of screwing things together, and that's it. I decided to leave the GoPro behind the monitor, right above it. Luckily, the tripod provides flexibility to adjust this at any angle that I want, but for now, I'll leave it as is. Once I turned it on, I knew that I had made a great investment in this lighting kit. I was surprised that it didn't cost more. I only spent 40 bucks for this awesome lighting kit. Not only can I dim the light, but I can also adjust the warmth and coolness of it. Overall, with this kit, you definitely get more than your money's worth. Once I got all the streaming gadgets connected to the Mac, Xbox, GoPro, and monitors, this setup was ready for live streaming. I also decided to get Faydle a 4TB backup hub, basically for additional storage when he starts to edit his videos. My current gaming setup consists of Govee lights in the background, and I really fell in love with this brand of RGB lights because they are really great quality. And for this setup, I got the Govee Dreamcolor LED strip light for $22. With these, you get to control them with the Govee app. Using its 3M adhesive, I was able to stick these on the wall right along the edges of the Rick and Morty tapestry. And again, these were the perfect fit as it completely wraps around it. Look how amazing that looks. And it was only appropriate that I keep it green as it goes with the tapestry. As far as the background for Sin Faydle streams, I got this large Game Over tapestry from Amazon for $15. These are quite popular among gamers. I hung this up with some thumbtacks and it held up pretty well, and just like the Rick and Morty tapestry, I created a frame around it using RGB lights. For that, I bought more generic type RGB lights, but they were longer, which is what I needed since this tapestry is quite large. I ended up having a bit left over, so I ran the strip right through the tapestry, and look how cool that looks, guys. Lastly, pranksters, I'm gonna add a bit more accessories to the desk, such as Sin Faydle's favorite Star Wars character, Boba Fett. This is actually a Lego clock. Here we have a little Rick doll which I placed on the top shelf, and of course, we can't forget about Pickle Rick, just to keep adding to the theme of Sin Faydle's setup. I brought back the keyboard and mouse for the Mac, and after adjusting a few cables and wires on the back, I was officially done building Sin Faydle's new gaming, editing, and streaming desk setup. So at this point, all I had to do was wait for my homie to come home and surprise him. And I waited a little bit more, and here's the part that kills me, guys. Since this setup took hours to complete, my microphone battery died, and unfortunately I was not able to capture the audio from Sin Faydle's reaction. And maybe it was for the best since this guy's reaction was full of cuss words, but I assure you pranksters that he was beyond happy and excited about his new gaming station. Heck, he even reacted like Rick Sanchez, as you see right here. Wow, what a resemblance. Altogether, this gaming station is valued at $3,500, not bad for a streamer barely starting out. And now pranksters, before I wrap up this video, I want to remind you guys about the giveaways that I'm having. If this video gets 1,000 likes, I will give away a box of snacks. At 10,000 likes, a gaming chair will be given away. And if this video gets 20,000 likes, I will send someone from the comments a PlayStation 5. And to participate, all you have to do is like and comment on this video. Best of luck, guys. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you pranksters in my next video.